With Latino Heritage Month quickly approaching, our next guest sought out to affirm that the culture of Latinx communities cannot be contained in just a month, and he showcases that in his production, Órale, through live music and dance coming to the Bay Area. Joining me now is the founder and artistic director of the David Herrera Performance Company, David Herrera. David, thanks so much for joining us here today.
Thank you for having me. I'm really happy to be here.
Yes, we're so excited to talk about your company and the performance Órale that's coming here to the Bay Area.
Yes.
But give us some insight into who you are, David, and how you got started with your production company.
Oh, wow. Okay, great. Yes. So I grew up in Southern California, so the arts industry was all around me. I always thought I was going to be doing acting, but fate had something else planned for me, and I ended up in the dance world. And so when I moved to San Francisco in 2005, I knew I wanted to start a dance organization that focused on Latino heritage, Latino culture, Latino narratives, because I didn't quite see that in the professional contemporary modern dance world.
Yeah.
And so this is really the reason that I started David Herrera Performance Company. And so all my background, my communities, how I grew up, the multiculturalism around me is really what informs the work that I create.
Ah, that's so beautiful too. I love that you saw a need that needed to be filled and you really just took the step, and now here you are.
Yes.
With your company.
Yes, 16 years later.
16 years, congratulations.
Thank you.
That's so amazing. But I do have to ask you, how have you seen your company grow in the years from when you got started up until now?
Oh, wow, exponentially. So I think it has grown because of the messaging that we have.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure exactly, when I first started, I didn't really know exactly how to steer the ship, and I learned through trial and error, as many small organizations do. And then what I eventually realized was that anchoring everything that we do in our communities was the driving force behind the work. Once I recognized that and really embraced that wholeheartedly, that's when we started getting bigger audiences, we started getting more funding, performances grew, and then we also expanded from performances to community programming. So we have a mentorship program, we have a national Latinx choreographers initiative. So this is really what David Herrera Performance Company has become now.
Oh, amazing.
Yes.
Well, congratulations to the growth.
Thank you.
We see some of that growth, too, in the upcoming performance, Órale.
Yes.
Tell us about this performance and what people in the Bay Area can expect.
Okay, so this performance is big.
Yeah.
It's big, it's rambunctious, it's wild. And it's a collaboration of dance and music. So outside of David Herrera Performance Company, we are inviting 5 national leading Latinx choreographers from around the country.
Wow.
Who are also creating pieces, and I get the pleasure of taking those sections and weaving them into one giant narrative. Wow. And we are choreographing to the live musical work of Elvis and the Memphis Mariachis.
Oh, wow.
Yes, so that was yet another layer of multiculturalism that I wanted to bring in. They all had the task to create something that spoke to them about who they are, their own identities, and their own locations. And so we added all these layers, and here we have now a really nice, complex, and nuanced production of Latinidad, and what does that mean for all of us? But also, how do we see that within the culture of your society?
Oh my goodness.
Obviously, we don't live in a silo. And so for me, it's important to have this conversation with other communities around the country.
And with that, like you said, it's just a lot of layers, and your part specifically is to kind of blend everything together.
Yes.
But it sounds like anybody from the Latinx community, no matter where you're from, you can find something in this performance.
Correct, exactly. And we purposely set out with that idea.
Yeah.
You know, my background is a Mexican background. My parents were both born in Mexico. And but what I really wanted to do with this work was to make sure that the different voices came through. So that's why the choreographers represent different geographies. And with Elvis also, you know, we're all the different generations. And so that is another layer of making sure that there's more conversation and there's more representation, even within our own community. Because our community, while we share a lot of similarities, we're not monolithic. We have so many nuance and complexities between us. And to me, that was the really important part. And then you bring in the cast, which is a cast of 10, predominantly Latinx as well, but it's multicultural cast. And then they have their own ideas and thoughts on these themes and topics.
Wow, amazing. So it truly is just a cultural blend within the Latinx community, just celebrating music and dance and all things Latinx. How difficult was it, or maybe let me say challenging, for you as a choreographer, a producer, to weave all these parts in? And we're not just talking performance, but culture as well.
Yes. You know, it's been a a practice of history for me, that learning how to incorporate multitudes in productions and in events, and so this is really a culmination of that kind of that process, and so it's been really fun to take somebody's story who I didn't know, and then connect it to somebody else's, and there is a challenge there because we want to present both in their own distinctness, but we also want to show where they overlap, and that to me has been a real beautiful challenge that I haven't had before, and it excites me. And I really do think this is what this type of work is all about, is how do we find connective tissue so that we also recognize that we have friends and family members, if you will, all across the country and all across the globe.
Yeah, and that really is so true too, but just bringing a little bit more awareness and togetherness, I think is, like you said, really just such a beautiful part in finding that connective tissue where we can all find our similarities and that similar ground. So when is Órale taking place here in the Bay Area? Yeah,
so it's coming up in September, right before Hispanic Heritage Month. So it's September 7th, 8th, and 9th at 8 p.m. And it's taking place in the heart of the Mission at C Space. And we're doing 3 shows. September 8th, we're also providing ASL interpretation to give access to another of our community members and making everything a little bit more accessible. And I should also point out that C-Space themselves are co-presenters. So we've had a great relationship with that theater. And I knew that I wanted to present in the Mission, and they are there. So this to me was all, it just all made sense. Yeah, it does. It sounds like all of the pieces kind of fell perfectly together for you. And David, what are you hoping that viewers and fans alike who come out to see Órale, what are you hoping they take away from this performance? Well, first off, I hope they have a great time. This is a show that's it's not a serious show, meaning that we're not, while we're talking about serious topics, we're having fun and discussing these topics. So like I said, it's going to be dance, it's going to be music, it's going to have a cabaret feel, if you will. It's going to be pretty much a party. And what I hope that they take away is that they see how complex our community is, right? Sometimes I do wonder what people think the Latino community is all about. And I think we're going to show them a really great slice of the different layers of that community. And I think hopefully that's what they're going to walk away with. Yeah, and I'm sure that they will, between all of the beautiful visuals, the music, the dance, and just really the history and the culture behind the entire performance. I know a lot of people are going to look forward to that. But you, what are you most proud of with this project now that it's almost here? Wow, okay. Honestly, I'm really proud of the community that we developed and that we put together for this work. It is the largest work we've ever done. There's so many moving parts and so many people involved. I'm also really proud that we have provided jobs and opportunity for so many community members through this production. And honestly, I am so excited for the larger community to partake, because they really are the last piece to this whole thing. You know, this is who this is meant for. This is meant for the Latinx community. This is meant for the BIPOC community. This is meant for all communities, honestly. Music community, the dance community. And so we are just so stoked to make sure that we have full seats, because without it, I don't think a production like this fulfills itself. Yeah. And what is some of the feedback maybe that you've gotten, because this is just so interesting to me, what's some of the feedback that you've even gotten from people who are participating within the performance, like dancers, choreographers? Are they equally as excited? I think they are, yes. So everybody came in knowing that this was going to be a big undertaking. And I think that was the challenge that everybody was excited about. Elvis himself has never had his music choreographed professionally. And so he really gave us carte blanche with his music. You know, I did ask him for ideas and thoughts, whether there's anything specific that he wanted, and he said, this has never happened to me. So I'm gonna leave it up to you as a director, and I'm gonna go with the flow and see what happens. And the same thing with choreographers. You know, we flew them in from across the country. They were here with us for a week or 2 weeks at a time, and they created what they felt was about them. And then after that, they turned it over to me and said, now it's yours. And entrusted it to you. Exactly. And with this excitement of, I've never done this either. Right? Oh my gosh. Well, you have truly created so much hype. I'm really excited. Thank you. Yes. And thank you for all that you are doing as well to shine such a big light on the Latinx community. We really appreciate it. It's my pleasure. Of course.